Welcome, welcome, welcome. You'll tune in to the philosophy to expand and build upon your how to expand and build upon your creativity, imagination, and innovation. Everything is created twice. First in the mind, then it becomes a reality. Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe it can achieve. So you go out there the day after day to do the work. The confidence, put yourself out there boldly, authentically, even though the success, the creation has not arrived, has not manifested just yet. But you know that the richest place on earth, the richest real estate on earth is the graveyard where dreams and goals and everything else die along with you because you did not have the courage, the boldness, the beingness to make things happen. But that's all going to change because instead of waiting things to happen, you go out and make things happen and have the attention of making some things happen. This is the method, the philosophy known as create like a God. This is your man, Jaron Mitchell, aka Jaron Winning Mitchell. And today's topic today I'm talking about is just being an artist is dead. I know my camera is being all kind of wonky right now from YouTube space. So this is going to be kind of weird. It's kind of trying to focus in right now. So bear with me on YouTube. So before we go ahead and go into today's topic, make sure if you're on YouTube, make sure you go ahead, smash that like button, hit that notification bell and subscribe to your man, because this year in 2022, your mans have a big goal. So make sure you'll go ahead and give me the HBO special. There's a few HBO specials, but go ahead, give me those HBO specials. If you don't know what the HBO special is, I probably already said it in the intro. If you're watching this, help a brother out. Okay. The goal is 100K subscribers of this year. Okay. Let me hold on. Let me get. Okay. This focus is going crazy. But anyways, on this camera, YouTube, my apologies. Got to bear with the fuzziness right now. I don't know what's going on as of this moment, but this is what you could do. Okay. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and do that. If you're on the podcast, make sure you give your man a 5-star rating and review so we can move up to the feeds, move up to the rankings so everybody else can see the Create Like a God philosophy. If you're an artist, a creator, if a business, well, or artists, okay, that's what this podcast is for. If you guys don't know, okay, it's for an artist, those who are artists, those who are creators, okay, because like I said, we're all co-creators of our own reality. We are the master of our fate. We are the captain of our soul, and we are in charge of our own earthly destiny. Okay, our earthly destiny, which is according to the book Think and Grow Rich. That book very inspired me and inspired this podcast, along with Napoleon Hill's other book and his works, which one of his books, mainly big influence, which is Outwitting the Devil. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and do that. Make sure you give a 5-star rating and review. Go ahead, follow the podcast and everything like that. And let's go ahead and get started today. What makes me think this is probably going to be a series, some parts, whatever like that. I just came up with the topic today, just right now. And I'm like, okay, I want to talk about this today. Okay. Just being an artist today. Before we go ahead, I'm going to get to these points. Before I get to the points, which I have actually, I'm going to have to duplicate this. Okay. So because the next, you're going to understand why I'm going to be talking about tomorrow. So with that, being an artist in the 21st century is just dead. Just being an artist, okay? Being an artist, just being an artist. How we live in today's age, we got social media, we got all these tools and gadgets, okay? The game industry, which man, like I love the game industry. I've been learning more about it, how it works. Never been in the studio, but I'm looking to have my own studio. I'm looking to have it and have my own games, my own animations. It's cool, man. I love the industry. Seems very dope, good people, great people, and they want good, cool little environments. Okay, so here's the thing: why just being an artist is dead? Because it's certain little things that change. Branding back in the day, there was never such thing as me. Oh yeah, let me brand myself. Okay, there was never that. Okay, as an artist, if you're just focusing on the creative things, if you just focus on the creative work, and you're not making any money, there's reasons why. Okay, there's reasons why you're not making any money. You got to treat your work like a business. Okay, you as an artist, you're just like an entrepreneur. Just like an entrepreneur, your goal, you're taking financial risk. In a way, the financial risk greater than necessary. That's the definition of entrepreneur, which is a person who organizes a business, or businesses take greater than normal financial risk in order to do so. Meaning entrepreneur. So that's what the definition of entrepreneurship is. Okay, as an artist, our definition of artist, okay, is a person who produces paintings, drawings, and as a profession or a hobby. Okay, profession or a hobby. Okay, similarity with similar, which is a person who practically any various of creative art, such as sculpting, novelists, poets, and filmmaking. Okay, you're artists as well. That's why You don't know. You probably seen a little ad. You probably already seen it before you got on this episode, which is the Artistpreneur Masterclass. Okay, but just being an artist, just being an artist in this day and age it's dead. Okay, I don't know what's going on with my camera, man. This camera's getting on my nerves. I'm all blurry. But with that, be as an artist, okay. So it says a person who produces. Okay, you got to be. I believe I mentioned that I had an episode on this before. I'm not too sure. Yes, actually, I do have. Let me see if I can find that episode right here. You got to be a producer and a consumer. Okay, producer and a consumer. You got to produce work and become a consumer. But this has nothing to do with entrepreneurship. Yeah, you're producing work. You're organizing business. You got to have a certain set system. There we go. There we go with that camera. Okay. So we got a certain set system that you're building in business operating. But here's the thing. I'm actually going to have an episode with this episode that no one is self-made. No one is self-made. But with that, a person, an artist, which those are the things. So those are the things that with this introduction, and that's the reason why I came up with this. When I started this podcast, it was called Stay Creative. Okay. This podcast used to be called Stay Creative. You look at my old episodes now on YouTube, you can probably on there. It won't be my YouTube audience. It won't be my face. You won't see my face. So it'll just be audio. Okay. So with that, it'll just be audio, and you'll see some of the stuff that I've been talking about. Stay creative. I forgot what episodes. Maybe I have to look through them and see about that or through these episodes. And with that, let me see if I can find it. Actually, I know I had it on here. I'll be creating some episodes every single dang day, so I got a lot of content to talk about. So with that, produce more than you consume. 20% consuming, 80% producing. Okay. 80% producing. Let me see if I can find it. I would have sworn I'd done that episode on here. Let me see. Yeah. So with that, just make sure you go ahead. Be it 80% producing and other 20% consuming work. That's the 80-20 rule. I just put it out there. So that might not be 100% accurate, but that's something like mostly a lot of things are like 80-20. 80% certain things. Yeah, I look like I didn't. I'm gonna have to write that down and see if I made an episode on that. So I look like I didn't. I'm gonna have to create an episode on that. I wanted to give you guys an episode number. So with that, let's go ahead and get to these. Let me see. Let me go ahead and we'll go ahead and get to these points. I mentioned something. I already mentioned a few points earlier. But being an artist is dead. And the reason why I came up with this is because I realized me going back to the podcast, okay, I create a podcast, and the more I start reading like Think and Grow Rich, all these other books, and more like with Rich Dad, Poor Dad, with Robert T. Kiyosaki, Cash Flow Quadrant, and everything like that. And I remember one of the books, it was Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It was like, how to be a seller, get myself on a bestseller. And the book, he pointed to the book, it said bestseller. People say, oh, I'm not a seller. I'm not an entrepreneur. I'm not a business person. I'm not a salesman. Look, here's the thing. You are a salesman. No matter what it is, you are a salesman. You can sell your work. And I'm going to give you these 5. I think I got 5 points. There's going to be more points later down the road and about my masterclass. And I'm going to have an episode tomorrow about why as an artist, which is being an artist is just dead. Okay. So being an artist is just dead. Let's go ahead and get to these. Let's go ahead and get to the first point, which I talked a little bit about it already, which is the first point of today's talk, which is just being an artist is dead. Point number 1, being an artist is like being an entrepreneur. Like I mentioned earlier, you got to go out and make the jump. Okay. There's many who won't make that jump. I've been in that moment where, oh man, driving Uber, got to drive Uber. And now it's like, okay, what can I do to utilize my skills that I have already, skills that I can use to provide a service and give value. Okay. And many of us get caught in this rut. Oh, yeah, make all these damn excuses. Okay. Oh, I can't do this. I don't have enough time. Oh man, I did this. Oh, this and that. Hey, you can either make excuses or get some results. Okay. But being an artist is like being an entrepreneur. Many of you probably know, you probably have some family members that didn't really help you out. They didn't really support you, what you was doing. They say they support you, but they didn't really support you. They, certain little things that they did, or, depending on where you is, or they don't believe that you can make, it's saturated. You can make a living as an artist. It's hard to be a living as an artist. Hey, it's hard to be an entrepreneur. It's hard to live a life or you're not even thrilled about it. It's hard to live a life when you're not pursuing your purpose. Okay. When you're just moving aimlessly at this life, when ship without a rudder, or what when the devil will be known as a drifter. You're being a drifter. Okay. Change your positive mental attitude, change your mindset, change the way you think. It has shifted. Okay. Honestly, it happens to me too. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It happens to me all the time. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm a perfect guy, but sometimes I gotta remember, man. I gotta feed what's the dominating thoughts of my mind and stop moaning and complaining about, oh man, life is hard. I can't do this. I can't do that, man. Hey, life is hard. Is when it says hard, you defeat. I am not defeated. Defeat is not accepting my reality. I may feel down. I may feel beaten. I may get beaten up. But one thing that's something you can never do is never give up. Never give up on your dreams. You're an artist. You got to put yourself out there. Okay, boldly and authentically. If you want to create the life that you want, this what this podcast is for artists, creators, people who want to develop themselves to become better. Okay, businesses. As a business, you're creating jobs. Okay, the reason why I put business and art together, because guess what? As an artist, you are a business. You are a business. You are a brand. Okay, you are a brand. Let people know who you are, and that's going to be the next point pretty soon. I'm going to be talking about. Let people know who you are. Okay, be the person, be that artist, and say, you know what, I'm gonna take charge. I'm gonna make my dreams become reality. Yeah, I'm an entrepreneur. I gotta take financial risks, greater and necessary, as well as being an artist as well, which they usually call that creative entrepreneur. Which I am a creative entrepreneur, but I got another word for that. Okay, but I'm a creative entrepreneur. Also, there's another word that I got for it. But make sure you go ahead and learn the business. Learn your business, mind your own business. And to turn to the rich dad, poor dad, learn your business. Okay. Know what's inside your business. Okay. It is your business. It is, it's better to have a business, make an art out of your business and stuff than to actually have it in your personal lane. You could have a business, which Proco did very good. Well, he had courses and stuff like that. Anatomy courses, gesture drawing courses, many other courses, and everything that he has as well. That's his business. You look at the bottom of his website, it says Proco LLC, I believe. So create a business. It's better option to be a business. So that's why you are a business owner. Your art is your business. Your art is your brand. And there's only one person that can do it, which is you. You gotta have some type of significant art, but some significant art over time, which 10,000, over 20 years of Pablo Picasso said. And took, if you know that story from To Settle Art, I'm not giving a fuck. Okay. So make sure you go ahead and pick that book up. And let's go ahead and get to point number 2. Point number 2, today's topic, which is just being an artist is dead. And the reason why just being an artist is dead, because you got to break from obscurity. Okay. Number one reason, like I mentioned before, which is point number 1, like being an artist is being an entrepreneur or a business person, a businessman or a salesman. Okay. You are a business. Break from obscurity. Let people know who you are. You have product, okay? You see this digital, you got digital product. You can have, look at it, look all those. You see them books I got, like them art books or like drawings, you can make stuff like that, okay? But break from obscurity. Get yourself out there. Get yourself known. That's the reason why I decided to get myself out there and know and do these podcast episodes every single day. Breaking from obscurity. Okay, now I got it. Next step is, which I'm looking forward to go, is going on all the people's shows, as well as bringing people onto my show, so that way you guys can get some value, not just from what I'm giving you. You can get some value from other people's perspective and what they went through. Maybe you want to follow them. Okay, maybe you want to go with them or something like that. You like that person onto the show. Who knows, man? I like to give some people value, give them some out there. It's gonna be every single day. But break from obscurity. You know what? What's the definition of obscurity? Let's go ahead and look up the definition of obscurity. If you don't know what the definition of obscurity, which I learned from Uncle G, which you don't know what I'm talking about, Grant Cardone. Obscurity, the state of being unknown, inconspicuous, or unimportant. Okay, the quality of being difficult to understand. The thing that is unclear and difficult to understand. Okay, I think those are synonyms. No, this is one right here. The state of being unknown. Okay, Jesus, break from obscurity. You break from obscurity. Let people know who you are. Put your work out there so people can see what you are doing. What are you about? They see you everywhere. Omnipresence. Okay, be on every freaking platform. Do not be used by social media. Do not be a slave by social media. Do not let social media use you You go ahead and use social media, create content, 80% producing content, 20% consuming. The 20% is you getting ideas, you getting some stuff out there. Another 80%, you putting stuff out there, you giving value. This is free, by the way. This podcast is free unless you go ahead and go on my Patreon and you're able to get the episodes a lot faster. Okay, you get them a lot quicker. You get them on the same day that I actually created. So you get them a lot quicker, a lot shorter. So you may get it 30 days ahead sometimes, or depending on how I'm at. Because right now I'm a one-man guy. I'm doing all this alone. I am looking for a team to grow a team. So if if you wanted to grow on my podcast, just go ahead, create like a guy at jaronmitchell.com and go ahead, email me. So that way you want to be on the Create Like a Guy team or the Winning Mitchell team, Winning Mitchell HQ. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with the movement and all that. But make sure, you break out of obscurity, be unknown, be important. Your work is important. Treat like your work is important. Go out and put yourself out there. Okay. Point number 3, today's topic, which is just being an artist is dead. Okay. Learn the game of sales. That's point number 3. Learn the game of sales. Just like business, learn the game of sales. You are a salesperson as an artist. You are a salesperson. So it doesn't matter. So get your portfolio up, build your portfolio up. If you're doing music, make your music. Okay. Whatever it is that you're doing as an artist, show your work. Okay. Show your portfolio, build your portfolio, but show your work. And it doesn't matter if it's a client, doesn't matter if it's another company. You are selling your work. You're selling your work to that company and say, hey, this is what I can do for you. Okay. It's not about you getting a job. Okay. It's this is what I can do for you. Because the people think, what's in it for me? Okay. What is in it for me? What is this in it for me? Why should we hire you? Why should I buy art from you? Why should I have you do animation for me? Why? And have a sales system. We're going to talk about the sales system. Okay. Some of this stuff I'm going to be learning. I got from Uncle G. Grant Cardone 10X. Okay. I got from him. I'm learning the game of sales through him. Okay. And I'm actually going to give you the reasons why you guys should go to the 10X growth conference as an artist, as an animator. Okay. You guys should, man. Like, get yourself out there. 10X your work, which I like to say 10X your work on your game. As you can see right over here. Okay. You looking on YouTube, got the book, work on your game. For me, create like a god. Set the attentions to go out, set the attentions where you want to create already in your mind, work on your game, work at it. But the create like a god is the beingness. Okay. Being who do I need to become? Be that person now. It's be, do, have. The thoughts comes first and it comes dominate over time. Then it manifests and becomes reality. Then you have the thoughts, or whatever it is, or we put it into manifestation. Okay. Thought comes first. Okay. Learn the game of sales. Like I mentioned this before, Robert T. Kiyosaki, the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Woman wanted to know how she could sell some books. Robert T. Kiyosaki, go ahead and point out there, said bestseller. Okay. You want to sell your work. You want to put your work out there. You want people to buy your work. Okay. Got to sell. Learn the sales game. Okay. Learn the sales game. I'm telling you right now, learn the sales game. Doesn't matter if it's a client you're talking to, if you're freelancing. Okay. I'm more with I'm looking to do, you could do freelancing is like a stepping stone to entrepreneurship, but I think you could do more. I think as an entrepreneur, okay, you can do like, I don't know. It's just more like a bigger movement, I guess. That's just me. That's just personally me. Okay. So learn the game of sales. People got to know who you are, why they want to buy from you, show your work and what type of value you can provide. That's business. What type of value? Okay. Give value first. Take the extra mile. Money is the result of your success. Money is a result of the value that you give. If you do not give value, if you not give great service, which service is senior to sales and marketing is senior to sales. You want to know marketing, which is break from obscurity, get people to know who you are, promote yourself every single day. Every single day. Hey, buy this. Hey, you don't even have to do that all the time, but it just get you. And what I'm saying is that the buy this, you don't have to put it out there. Hopefully YouTube don't get that. But you don't have to do that. I lost my train of thought right now. But you don't have to go ahead and say, "Oh yeah, buy my stuff." You don't want to do that because certain social media stuff, like if it's free, they're not gonna do that. But putting yourself out there, you could sell without selling, telling a story. Okay. Or enrollment, which is enrollment is the game of enrollment is sales without selling. It's enrolling, believing your vision. Okay. So learn the game of sales. The first step is Grant Cardone. That's me. That's me. First step you want to learn is Grant Cardone. Next step, or I want to say the first step. Okay. If you're an artist listening to this, go to my Artistpreneur's masterclass. Okay. Go to that masterclass. It could be a recording or set a date. Join VIP. You get questions from me and go ahead and, we watch the webinar and get the winning entrepreneur, our masterclass. Okay. Go ahead and get our masterclass. Okay. Grant, I'm studying Grant stuff. You're going to learn Grant stuff from there, but I'm more focusing towards artists and creators and those who looking to make a living through their work. Okay. We can figure some things out, how to monetize your work and your skills and your artwork and help you think like an entrepreneur, because you are a business. You are a business. Remember that. Point number 4, today's topic, which is just being an artist is dead. Are you sold on you? Be sold on you. Okay, that is the fourth point. Be sold on you. What do I mean by that? What do I mean be sold on you? There's a book called from Grant Cardone, Sell or Be Sold. Okay, somebody's either selling you or you even selling somebody else something, or you being sold something. So this podcast, this philosophy, okay, yeah, you listen to it. You may not agree with everything. Some people may agree. You're being sold. I'm gonna be honest with you, guys, being sold. I'm not here to say, hey, buy this, but some people can buy into some ideas. Okay, sales. Like I mentioned before, I didn't mention this, but sales is the way of life. As an artist, you're looking to gain commissions. Commission is a close. Commission is a sale. Okay, sales and closing is 2 different things, but I didn't mention that right here. Learn the game of sales and closing. But with that, be sold on you. Okay, what do I mean by be sold on you? Going back to the book, Sell or Be Sold. Okay, Sell or Be Sold. Here's the thing with Grant, he talks about with that book, or something where he says, are you sold on yourself? Okay. Are you sold on you? Do you believe in you? Are you sold on what you can do? Are you sold on what you can provide? Second thing is, are you sold on your product? Are you sold on your product? Are you sold on your products and services and that you are sold? Are you sold on it? Okay. Are you sold on your company? Do you believe in your company? Do you believe in your company, which is your company or somebody else's, or whatever it is that you're selling, or whatever it is that you're thinking about going on or doing? Are you sold on the company? So you got to be sold on yourself, sold on the company, evaluate yourself. So there's at many times I believe artists are not sold on themselves. They do not believe on themselves. The reason why I know that, because of me. There's sometimes I'm like, man, I don't know if I could do this. Man, I'm all in my internal dialogue up in my head, man. So this is something I know because I'm quite sure there's many artists that's dealing with imposter syndrome. Okay. Be that artist. Be the artist. Write it down. Visualize yourself being that artist. What would I do as an artist? What would I do? Okay. Produce art every single day. Make some art. Create some art. Okay. Be sold on you. Be sold on yourself. Because if you're not sold on yourself, no one will be sold on you. And guess what? If you have an idea like something that I like, mangas or anything out there, you're trying to pitch anything like that, that's a sale. You got to sell them the pitch. You got to sell them that stuff. So it doesn't matter. Sales is the way of life. Sales is going to get you a lot further, and sales is going to help your bank account. More like closing will help your bank account, which is commission based. That's why artists, they say commission. I got a commission. You got to sell. Life is a sales and a commission based thing. Okay. When I get a girlfriend or go out with me, that's a commission. Okay. I sold her. So I'm in the process of selling it. Logical, boom, sold. Okay. Let's go ahead and get to point number 5. Today's topic, which is just being an artist is dead. Okay. Point number 5, no lone wolfing it. Do not lone wolf it. Do not lone wolf it. Get a team. Get some people behind you. Okay. Get some support. Surround yourself with support. You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. 5 people. Okay. The 5 people you spend the most time with. Make sure who you evaluating your time. Okay. Evaluate your time with people and surround yourself with great people around you. Great people that want to see you win. Great people that won't stab you in the back, that got your back. Okay. That want to see you fucking win. Excuse my language. I gotta watch my language now because I'm getting some family members watching my podcast, and may actually introduce them to their my cousins and stuff. So I want to be able to have that as well. But I'll drop a little F-bomb now and then. Not all the time. But here's the thing, man. Don't little wolf. You can't do it alone. I realized something. No self. Jesus Christ couldn't do it alone. Okay. Jesus couldn't do it alone. Elon Musk couldn't do it alone. Jeff Bezos couldn't do it alone. Guess what? They have a team. They have a team of people. They have a team he has a team. He's the one that's directing them towards the vision of the company. He made visions of the company or the visions of it. And you got people that support it and want to be involved in something great, want to be involved in something good. Okay. So do not do this alone. Support yourself with great people, and get yourself involved in the community. All right. And just being an artist, this is 5 reasons why so far of just being an artist is dead. You got to, which I said, not lone wolfing it. Mean the whole point with that, it's also networking. Okay. Your average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, go out and network, because your network is your net worth. Treat your art stuff like a business. Okay. And if later on, you could get to a point where, man, you know what? I want to draw the stuff I want to draw. I want to create the stuff I want to create. That's where I'm looking to get at. You know, I don't have to create stuff for clients. I got my own stuff I'm working on. You know what I'm saying? I got my own stuff. I got my own IPs. I get the license, my own stuff. Okay. Treat your work like a business, because it is a business, and learn the game of sales. People will buy. You just got to have a good, perfect sales system and learn how to close. It's practice. It takes practice. Always have a script and just practice your script. Okay, let's go ahead and recap today's talk, which is just being an artist is dead. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to the definition, which is the definition of entrepreneurship. I would say is a person who organizes, operates a business, taking greater and normal financial risk and greater than necessary. And artist is a person who produces paintings and drawings as a professional or a hobby, and a person who practice any variation of creative art, such as a sculptor, novice, and poet or filmmaker. I didn't mention this earlier, which actually I almost forgot about it. So I'll recap those. So with this, okay, let me go. Let me go ahead and recap. Okay, recap. So point number 1, which is being an artist. Being an artist is just like entrepreneurship. Point number 2, breaking from obscurity. Market yourself, break from obscurity, get yourself known, and that make sure that get yourself to be important, because your work is important. Your work can help people. Okay. Learning the game of sales, in closing. You're getting commissions when you make a sale. That is a close. Life is a game of sales. It's a way of life. Sales is a way of life. Sales and closing is the way of life. Closing is finishing. Okay. Point number 4, which is be sold on you. Be sold as an artist. Be sold on you, not just on your art. Not just your. Okay, I'm sold on my work, sold on the product, which is your product, is your work and stuff like that. But you're not believing your work, or you're not believing in yourself. Actually, it's those two. Not believing your work and yourself. And you're not believing that you got the skills enough to do it. You can't. It takes time. It takes over time. I look at drawing. It's just like reading and writing. It's a skill that is learned and must be perfected. And you got to work at it every single day. Point number 5, no lone wolfing it. Do not lone wolf it. Jesus Christ had 12 disciples. Many of the great self-made entrepreneurs had a team with them. Has a team. They're not self-made. There's no such thing as self-made. Okay. And so if you made a notice, the Artistpreneur Master Class. Make sure you go ahead and register for the Artistpreneur Master Class, so that way you just won't be a regular artist that's out there just creating stuff, but not just creating a whole bunch of stuff, but not out there actually selling your work, not actually putting yourself out there, not actually breaking from obscurity, not actually working yourself as a business person and treating your work as a business, because it is a business. Okay. And I'm going to give you the 3 strategies. Okay, as winning 3 strategies. Okay, secret strategy. I'm gonna read it right here. Secret strategy number 1, which is just being an artist is dead, and why you just not an artist. You're also an entrepreneur in a business. Okay, just being an artist will just being an artist is like being any other artist, just creating some stuff. Being an artistpreneur is where it's at now. Okay, that's where it's at right now. And I'm going to talk about it tomorrow. Okay. Second secrets. Actually, I just give you that first secret. But make sure you go ahead and register for that webinar, because I am actually going to give you those secrets tomorrow and much more on why you as an artist needs to be an artistpreneur. Put yourself out there, do something to create some courses, so that way you're able to monetize your skills in your artwork. And you can also do it from a podcast as well. Po folks, is not where we're at. It's where we come from. Always create like a god. Okay. Oh, before we go in, one more thing. You're on YouTube, hit that smash button, hit that like button, hit that notification bell, subscribe. Podcasting, any type of feed, make sure you hit that 5-star rating and review on iTunes. And that way we can go up to the rankings. Everybody else can see it as well. Go ahead and follow. Go ahead and subscribe. Let me say this again. Po folks, is not where we're at. It's where we come from. Always create like a god. You are the master of your fate. You are the captain of your soul. And we are made in the image of God. Create like a God.